Kumusta? Kumusta Miligyang pa dating? Hello and welcome to my cultural video. I am Filipino Australian. I was born in Melbourne and we moved to Brisbane when I was 5 years old. Most of my childhood I grew up in a small farming town 45 minutes north of Brisbane, and this was where I attended a state school until we moved to Papua New Guinea, which was where I attended an international school until grade 7. So when I reached grade 7, I was then transferred to a boarding school, and I used to travel back and forth to Papua New Guinea during the school holidays. By halfway through grade 8, we then moved back to the small farming town, to our family home. I do have very, very fond memories of living in Papua New Guinea. I absolutely love this country, and to this day I find it to be one of the most beautiful countries I've ever had the privilege to explore as well as reside in. We did do a little bit of traveling as a family. We visited my mother's side of the family in Philippines. My mum comes from a very large family, so she is one of 12 children. So I'm sure you could imagine the difficulties they suffered financially, having such a large family and growing up in the provinces. They didn't have that much. My mum does remember as a child that she would work in the rice fields with her brothers and sisters. They'd all work together as a family in order to put food on the table. Like most cultures, Filipinos have large celebrations, which consist of an abundance of food. So lots of food, many different dishes, and they would serve the food on long tables that are dressed in banana leaves, and we would all eat with our fingers. These are very fond memories of mine, which, still happens. My father, well, actually, lucky for me as well, my mother is known to be one of the best cooks, and she's passed on a lot of her traditional dishes, such as adobo, sinigang, lechon, pancit, and spring rolls. And saying that, my father was also, or is still, a great cook. However, I do remember growing up a dish that he used to make us eat called lamb's fry, and it would smell fantastic when he was cooking it, but to eat it was very texturally strange. Not one of my favorite dishes. Both of my parents have taught me the importance of family values, keeping family close together. It's not uncommon even to this day to find, with the Filipino culture, 3 generations living in the one house to all support each other financially, help take care of the children, so the adults can work, etc. So aside from the family values, they've taught me, and my lived experiences have also taught me to treat everybody equally. And they've also taught me about extreme hard work ethic. You need to work extremely hard to get where you want in life and to live life to the fullest. So I grew up with a love of traveling. So I ended up spending a lot of my 20s, late 20s and 30s living in other countries. So the strengths that I can bring to the classroom would be of equality, inclusion, and resilience, as well as I've been witness to families who have struggled financially, and I've also been a supporter for those in need in overseas countries. So these experiences, I feel, are benefit as I can identify and relate to the young learners who are coming from families that are experiencing hardships. Also, the difficulties that young learners would experience if they are coming from bilingual homes, in terms of finding it difficult in the school environment, can be very daunting for them. And and to try to form relationships as well as communication and connectedness can be very difficult for these students. And so, yes, thank you very much for listening to my cultural video.